Today I would love to talk about the consequences of depopulation. The depopulation that I predict being the consequence of irresistibly lovable humanoid robotic babies that will not completely replace real human babies, but cut the reproduction rate from 2 to, let's say, 1, and thereby half the population size with every generation. Talking about depopulation. You all have probably seen these wonderful videos of Italian towns where you can buy a beautiful house with the aura of centuries coming with it for only $1. That is a consequence of depopulation. People don't want to live in these areas anymore. They have, for some reason, become unattractive for inhabitation. No jobs, no decent schools. Not enough people want to live there, or in this case, continue to live there. These Italian cities, despite being super picturesque, seem to be of no interest anymore for contemporary inhabitants. Young people who grew up there made the decision to just leave their hometowns and go somewhere else, somewhere more attractive. And this more attractive is what? More job opportunities, better education, museums, theaters, cinemas, restaurants, a wider range of cultural events, hustle and bustle. And the last one is what counts most. People like to be with people. We all like to be in a group. We are highly social animals. And it's quite an exception that somebody decides to live on their own, isolated somewhere in the wild or in a tiny apartment in a mega city where he or she knows nobody and is known by nobody. We want to be where the music plays. Depopulation will thin out every city, but it will make those cities even more unattractive that are already not so super hot at the moment. People will go somewhere else. They will go to the big cities or places with scenic beauty and wonderful weather. We will see even more than today that already a lot of others have settled there because they want to enjoy nature and climate and the company of like-minded others. But that is only for retirees, isn't it? Yes, more or less it is. But don't forget, in the far future, 250 years from now, nobody has to work. I predict that in 250 years from now, about 80% of the people don't work in a classic job that can't be done by AI, robotics, automats, machines, and the likes. 80% unemployment, more or less, or, because it sounds much nicer, 80% retirement. So what will all these 80% retired people do with their time and their lives? Because retirement is, as you might know from another video, an option from the age of 25, being the end of education. The lifestyle, the life choices that people will make when they retire at 25 or whichever age thereafter strongly depend on taste, not so much on money. The less people there are due to depopulation, the cheaper it will be to live in one of these hotspots. New York apartments become affordable when there's a world population of only 1 billion. And with only 400 million world population, you might even be able to afford an apartment in Manhattan. Or maybe you want to buy one of these mansions for $1. Beautiful, big, swimming pool, view, but somewhere where not so many others want to live or want to continue living. We will see in the far, far future quite a few places that we consider the most attractive now to not be that favored anymore by enough people to keep a real estate market running or to have some sort of a social life. Electricity will be no problem. Food supply, cooking, all of that will be no problem because it can be handled by your robots. And if you are saving a lot of your money by living somewhere remote, like a multimillionaire, but remote, this money you can spend on additional robots, additional fleets of drones specialized in keeping up your whatever it is you want to run there in the nowhere.